we're starting our new unit over right triangles. So first, make sure that you put your name on your foldable so that if you lose it, they can figure out who it belongs to. It'll get left in my room often. Okay, so when two sides of a right triangle are known, Pythagorean theorem can be used to find the third side. This could be A or B. This side could be A or B. It doesn't matter which one you make A or B, but it does matter which one you make C. And the right angle sign always points towards your hypotenuse. So this is my hypotenuse, and that has to be C. So again, here's my arrow. It points to my hypotenuse, so this is C. And my other two sides could be A or B, and it does not matter. A and B are called legs. C is the hypotenuse. And it is the longest side. And of course, Pythagorean theorem is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Now, remember, this is my hypotenuse, so this is my c. So it will be 3 squared plus 7 squared equals, since this is my c, it will be x squared. 3 squared is 9, 7 squared is 49 equals x squared. 9 plus 49 is 58 equals x squared. To undo the x squared, you take the square root of both sides, and x is the square root of 58. You can leave it like that, or you can always put the square root of 58 in your calculator and do a decimal that way. So square root of 58, 7.61 or 7.62. On this one, it's a rectangle, and it's trying to find the diagonal, and my x is my hypotenuse. So it's 8 squared plus 6 squared equals x squared. 8 squared is 64. 6 squared is 36 equals x squared. 36 plus 64 is 100. Take the square root of both sides. In this case, the square root of 100 is a whole number, so it's 10. And if you can take the square root and it would give you a whole number, you need to put your answer in a whole number. So it may help you if you knew your squares at least up to 15. Okay, these are word problems for Pythagorean theorem. This is a square since all the sides are congruent. That's what these tick marks mean. All the sides are congruent. And my perimeter is 24. Since all four sides are the same, you just divide 24 by 4 to see what each side is, which means each side is 6. And this points to my hypotenuse, so x is my c. We have 6 squared plus 6 squared equals x squared. 36 plus 36 equals x squared. 36 plus 36 is 72. Take the square root of both sides. And you can leave it x equals the square root of 72, or you can put it in your calculator to see what that gives you. .49. On the other word problems, it'll help you to draw the picture. So if a 12-foot ladder was placed against a wall, 12-foot ladder was placed against the wall, so that the base of the ladder was 4 feet from the wall, how high up would the building reach? And since the building always hits the ground at a 90-degree angle, otherwise your building would fall over. 12 is my C. We don't know what this side is, and it could be A or B. So x squared plus 4 squared equals 12 squared. 4 squared is 16. 12 squared is 144. Subtract 16 from both sides. X squared is equal to 128. And take the square root of both sides. Of course, you can leave it the square root of 128, or you can put it in decimal form. .31. The next one says a telephone pole broke 4 feet from the bottom. If the top of the pole landed 3 feet from the base, how tall was the pole originally? And this is my right angle, so this is my C. 4 squared plus 3 squared equals C squared. 16 plus 9 equals C squared. That is 25 equals C squared. Take the square root of both sides. And C is 5. Now it's asking how tall was the pole originally. So we have to add this part that broke off to this part here that was 5. So 4 plus 5 is 9 feet. This one was feet also. Make sure to put your units whenever y'all do your answers. Jerry wants to plant trees along, this should have a G, the diagonal of his rectangular backyard. So he has a rectangular backyard and a diagonal. His backyard is 35 by 20 feet. If he wanted to plant a tree every 3 feet, about how many trees would he need? We're trying to figure out how long that is. So 35 squared plus 20 squared equals x squared. And you can do all this at the same time if you want. 35 squared plus 20 squared is 1625. Take the square root of both sides. .31. That isn't our answer though, because it says if you wanted to plant a tree every 3 feet, about how many trees would he need? So we need to divide this by 3 to figure out how many trees. Our answer is 13.43, but of course we can't plant 0.43 trees, and 14 trees obviously would not fit if this is the only space that we have, so there are 13 trees. That is the end of your video today. Make sure that you write down any questions that you might have had so that you remember to ask them in class.